Hi all, welcome to Racsinfotech. In this video, I'm going to share you how to configure Oracle Data Guard in 19C database. Okay, for that, we are going to do in three steps, three parts. Okay, I'll make a video in three parts. Part one, where we are going to do this Oracle database primary node configuration. Okay, configuration, primary node configuration. It means in real time, you don't need to configure this as and when the DR setup whenever you want to prepare. Okay, that is not required. But as part of our demo or this POC related thing, we have to do it both the servers. So this is our primary server and standby server. Real time, this already there existed production. We want to do this standby server build. So I'm going to explain you clearly how to configure this primary node and how to configure this standby server. Then how we are going to configure data guard setup in between these two. We have previous videos where I have uploaded what is the use case of Oracle Data Guard, why we need to use. Okay, but in this video, I'm going to explain you how to configure this primary thing and how to create the standby server and how we are going to enable the data guard configuration setup step by step. Okay, clear. So this, if you want to download the text, okay, in previous videos also, few of them are asking the configuration steps and all. I'm going to share these document steps in my blog. Okay, here it is. So you will get everything in this blog. I'm going to post complete steps. Okay, you can go through that blog as well, Anjani Apps DBA blogspot. There you can able to note it down or download these steps your side. Okay, let's get started now. We are going to configure the primary node. So for my standby and primary, I'm going to use this home location. What is mean by this home and all? I'm not going to explain this theory part and all because we have earlier videos. I don't want to make it a very lengthy video, very short video. I want to make it for clear cut. No. Okay, where our Oracle database softwares where we are going to unzip that location, we call it as a Oracle home. Okay, this is for backup location. If I want to keep all the backups, if required, patches or whatever it is, I'm going to create this directory. So part one, I'm going to prepare my primary server. I don't have anything in this part in server. Whatever I mentioned green color, it is my primary server. Whatever it showing in red color, that is standby server. So first we need to do as part of part one, primary server build. Okay. So we need to create these directories. Mandatory is not mandatory. This one is mandatory and this one also required. If you are not going to create this inventory, that's okay. As part of the database installation, inventory directory will create automatically. No worries. Clear. So these three directories I have created. Let me take a snap and then place in my. So we are going to learn about the part one. So part one related steps. I'm going to post it here. Okay, done. Now, part one, what we need to do? Create directories or required directories. Required directories, let it be. And I have created those. Let me take a snap. It will be clear. Okay. Okay, done. Once the directory is created, what we need to do? We need to download the software. Okay. You can download the softwares from download the Oracle database software from edelivery.oracle.com. Okay. In our previous video, I have make it like how to download this Oracle support. Oracle softwares and all. You can download it over there. I'll show you quickly. I have downloaded my softwares where in this uh, in this location. So I'm going to unzip it. Okay. Unzip it those softwares. See here in this directory. Let me show you that. Created. No, I don't have any files as of now. Okay. Let me go back to software's location. Here it is my software. So this is a patch for 19C. I'm going to unzip it. Unzip unzip the patch -d, which directory I want to unzip that patch. This is my Oracle home, where I want to keep all my Oracle database software 19C. Okay, this will take bit time. I'll pause this video and then I'll resume it once it is done. Okay. So software unzip is completed. Now let me take the snap and then we need to install prerequisites RPMs. Okay. If you are not going to install those, you will get some errors or warnings as part of this installation. So these are all the prerequisite. It's mandatory RPM which you need to install. This I already installed. If you want to use, you can use this command. What are all the RPMs which we need to install and all? You can check by using this command. Okay, let me show you. So it is going to list out all the Oracle related databases. If you are going to install 18C, this is mandatory RPM, and this is 19C related, 21C and 12C related. So whatever the RPM which you are going to whatever the database version which you are which you are going to install, you have to install related that package. Okay, I'll give you this snapshot as well so that it will be a reference for anyone to go ahead and then install it. Okay, these are all 11G related. Okay, so many RPMs, but for us only this thing is required. M install Oracle 19C, pre-install this thing, database pre-install 19C RPM. What it does is it is going to create a user. Okay, it will create prerequisites. What are the required softwares it required in OS level, that will do, and also it will create Oracle user with groups. In earlier versions, we need to create a user, Oracle user, by using this user, OS user. Okay, Oracle OS user. We need to do it manually, but as part of this RPM, this is going to create itself. So we don't need to do that. Then we need to disable this configuration parameter, Selenium SC Linux. Okay, it's a network related thing. I don't want to take much time to explain why we need to disable and all. Okay, security, it won't require, is going to stop you in OS level some activities. So as part of the database installation, we can go ahead and then disable that value. I'll show you where you need to do that. Okay, this is the value. By default, it is enforcing. Okay, by default, it is enforcing value. We are going to disable it. That's it. That is only one thing which we need to do after installing the RPM. Then stop the firewall if you want to connect remotely. Okay, in real time also we are going to do it as part of that installation. We will stop the firewall, and once the installation configuration is done, we are going to enabling this firewall. Okay, only authentication servers, authenticated users, authenticated network, we can able to access it. We'll check the status also. It will be disabled, status. So you can see it's a disabled. Okay, so you can check if it is active. You can use the systemctl stop firewall d. Okay, this one is, we can do one more thing also. I'll show you disable thing. See here, it's very simple. Stop. Okay, use disable. That's it. It already disabled. That's where we are not going to see those things. If you are going to enable it, we'll see that. I'll show you PNA BLE. Okay, it is enabled. If you want to check, sorry, come on, enable it. Status. See, if you enable it, no, it will show you this status. So we need to stop and then disable it. Directly disable also you can do it. That's not an issue. Okay, check, it is disabled. So I'll give you this snapshot so that it will be very easy for you as and when you are going to perform the activities. Okay, done. That is the basic thing, guys. Why we need to do and all, if I want to connect, like this is my virtual machine where I have installed my primary server, right? Operating system and all. So if I want to access outside that virtual box, this is my remote machine. I need to disable that firewall. Then only it will allow me to connect remotely. Okay, within the network. Within the network. Okay, that's okay. Now we need to install the database software. And if you want to install, what is the prerequisite is you need to connect to Oracle user. Then you need to go to the Oracle database location. Okay. Then connect to Oracle OS user and go to Oracle home location, then install the database software. Okay, we'll go that. We'll go and then we'll do it. Let me minimize this. This is not required now. So this is a root user which we connected and we did it, all these things, right? See, Oracle user has been created as part of that RPM installation. Okay. So let me add this as well. This is my user ID. ID means Oracle user ID. It shows everything. What are the groups assigned to that user? Let me connect it to that Oracle user ID. Here it is. I have connected to that Oracle user ID. How we can able to understand me? If you can, if you don't know which user you connected in OS level, type ID. It will show you Oracle. Done. Now I need to go to Bash. Okay, leave it. Oracle home location where I have unzipped my software. Okay, app Oracle. This is the Oracle location where my 19C software is there. In this location, you have run installer is the tool to configure your database. It means not the database, to install your database software. Configuring the database, we can use DBCA command. That is GUI mode. We can do a database installation in two ways. One is GUI mode, another one is command line. So in this video, we are going to see it GUI mode. Clear. Now let me take this the text. I'll post it here so that you guys can able to copy paste it. Okay, all these files, it's not required, but just compare as and when you're going to do it and then cross check whether you are going to do this way or different way. Let me take a snap also. Done. Now run the run installer. It will give you the GUI prompt. Okay, let me go to this putty. Enter. Permissions denied. Okay, no problem. Because we'll check what are all the, see here, after you have unzipped the software, we have to run this run installer under Oracle user and the group is oinstall. So this software is having root privilege. So we cannot able to do that. So what I need to do, quickly change the privilege. Okay, ch1 to that one, and permission 755 I'm going to provide the permission. Okay, read write permissions to that user. Ch mode. Okay, let me cancel it. Ch mode 755. Done. Now let me check again. See here, root user we have changed it to Oracle user and install is the group. This is the correct privilege to install your database software. Let me clear it. Which location I'm in? User and installer. Done. We will get the GUI. GUI means Java form will be open here. Let it come, and this is called Java form. Okay. And we can take these steps on GUI manner. Next, next, next. Okay. Let me take this snap so that I'll post. Yeah. Here we are going to do only software. We are not going to configure. We can use DBCA command to configure our database. Okay. Let me take a print. Here it is. Take a print of this, post it here. Here, let me write, select software only. We can configure database later by using DBCA command. Okay. Then click next. Click next button. Only softwares. And we are not going to do this rack one. This is a single instance. So I don't want to dump all these snapshots. You can go through this video. That is okay. Okay, let me write this thing. I'll take this. Let it be. I don't want to take much. Take a quick snaps. I don't want to go with single. We are not going with this and enterprise edition, not the standard one. Then click next. This by default it will fetch base where your read that theory part. That's okay. All your data files, diagnostic files, where it needs to be created. That is your base. That will create. That will select automatically. Click next. That's it. Default values. We are not going to take any one more. Yeah. Next. So this you can keep it as it is, or else my practice I can choose default group is O install. I can use it for all the activities. Okay, in future activities I can choose my default group. Choose as per your requirement. That's okay. Next. This automatically we will run it. Okay, else that will run automatically if you provide the root user. Next, just pre-checks. If all pre-checks is done, then it is giving you the what you want to do this part. Okay, pre-checks. Next, okay, here we need to select. This is our Oracle home location. This is our base location, and we choose Enterprise Edition. Then click on install. Click on install button. It won't take much time. It's like 5 to 6 minutes job. It will give you the root.sh scripts. So we need to connect it to root user and then we need to execute that root.sh scripts. What are tab entries it is going to create it. Okay, let me pause it. I don't want to make a huge, lengthy video. Once the scripts generated, I'll resume it back. So it's installation almost done. This script we need to run it from the root. Okay, from the root user. I already have the terminal. Exit. Okay, let me take a snap and then we take it. Run the script root user. Next. Okay. So next, what it is going to do, it is going to override the DB home environments or INV, all environmental related things in OS level. It is going to store. Okay. Done. After we executed this from the GUI mode, we can click OK. That conclude database 19C software installation part. Okay, database installation part is concluded. Just click OK. That's it. So Oracle database software, okay, is done. Now we need to do the config. What we can do is database configuration. Okay, start Oracle 19C database configuration using GUI mode, not using mission with GUI mode, using DBCA tool or utility, anything you call it. We can quickly start. For that, you need to go to Oracle home location. This concludes your database software installation done. And go to the location where you have executed. This is a script. Okay. From here, go to bin location, cd, Oracle home. Let me write it. Start database configuration using DBCA. Let me make it bold. cd DBCA bin location DBCA command. Bin DBCA. We have not exported the SID. Okay, which SID we want to give. That if you want to export now, you can do it. Else, as part of this database configuration, automatically we get database name and SID name will be set. After that, you can set it manually. Okay, here. By using this DBCA from this home bin location, we will get this prompt. Okay, click next, 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 and it will be finished within 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. It won't take much. 19 CDB we can create in 10 to 15 minutes. Create database. Okay. Don't go with the typical configuration. Click on advanced configuration, advanced, and click next. Next, select advanced configuration option. Then click next. Here you don't need to select anything. Default values, click next. In our previous video, I have given why we need to choose this. Okay. Properly, I have explained. You can go through it. Next, because it's a DR concept, so we don't need to spend more time to explain all these things. Okay. Here, if you want to give your global database name with dot local domain or your domain, suppose racsinfotech.com, something like that. If you want to give, you can give it. Else, you can give rprod. Rprod is my database name and SID is rprod. Okay. If you want to keep different name, you can keep rprod1, rprod11, something like that. Okay. It should not be more than 8 or 9 characters. Keep at least 8 characters. That is good for your future configurations in DR. If you want to go with the multi-tenant architecture, you can go through it, but I'm not going to do this multi-tenant. I'm going to non-multi-tenant architecture. So I have to uncheck it. Uncheck it, then it is a non-multi-tenant architecture, Oracle 19c DB. From 21c, you don't have this option. You have to have go with multi-tenant. There is no non-multi-tenant options in 21c onwards. Okay. Till 19c, we have this option. Okay. Here also you can go with the default templates. No need to go or no need to select any other things. Next. Then click next. If you want to enable the arclog and FRA things, we can do it right now. Else, we can do it after installation. I'll do it after installation as part of our DR prerequisites, data guard configuration prerequisites. I'll do that. Okay. Now we can create it normally. This listener and all, we can create it later. Okay. Listener, we can configure later. Next. And the DB Vault configuration, I have made another video. There you can go ahead and see it, how we are going to enable the DB Vault for extra authentication security, extra layer of the security, who need to maintain user access and managing the things. So this is extra layer of the security. Okay. So SGA and all keep default, no need to select anything, all default values. If you are going to work for any company, okay, in that company, even though you can go with the default values, else they might have their customized steps. because it's real time, this memory is not sufficient. Okay, according to your database, you can set up that memory, but POC kind of one, that's okay. OEM, we are not going to configure because it required a lot of patches, lot of storage, a lot of memory and extra things. So we are not going to configure OEM. It's a monitoring tool, database monitoring tool. By using that, we can take a backups, we can make monitoring everything, performance related things, everything. Okay. This one, we can put password, admin password. Your sys and system is your database admin users. As a DBA, we are going to do it every activity using this sys user. And if you want to take some kind of backups, export, import, data from backups, we are going to use the system user. If you want to keep different passwords for sys and system, you can select this option. So I don't want to keep different passwords. I'll keep same password for my system and sys. That's where I have chosen this option and I set the password. Okay. If you want to keep different password, keep it. In real time, we can keep different passwords. Okay. We are not going to keep the same password for system and sys. Okay. What happened always? Let it to be new, no copy. Next, then this is default. No need to select anything. It's a predefined softwares. If you click on the next, it will create your system, sysocs, undo all the table spaces and data files which are required. We don't need to select anything. This is a final script. You can cross-check it. Your data files will store in this location. Control files store in this location. Redo log files is going to create with almost 200 MB. Okay, 200 MB of your redo log files is going to create. Okay, all these things. That's okay. Then we can click next. Our database is going to install in next 5 to 10 minutes. Next. Or what? Finish. Okay, if you are going to finish it, it is going to start prepare for your DB operations, copy the data files, creating and starting the Oracle instance, and completing the database creation, post execution actions. It is going to do it. So it's created the alert log as well. Here it is, your alert log file. We can monitor that alert log file right now as well. Okay. So our physical this primary database server is ready. Okay, in next 5 minutes it's ready. All the steps is done. Just we are waiting to get a confirmation. Okay. So this we can make it as okay. That's okay. Not more than 20. I'll make it all the snapshots here. Next, we are ready for the part 2. Okay, part 1 is done. Part 2, we need to install the software on new server, right? As part of our DR setup, as I said, we need two servers, primary and standby server. Primary server we are about to complete. Here what we did is, this is we took OEL 7 operating system. On top of this OEL operating system, Linux operating system, we install the 19C software, right? By using run installer command. On top of that, when the software is installed, we created the database by using DBCA command, right? What it does is, it is going to create your mandatory table spaces, okay? System, sysocs, undo, okay? All these table spaces we can use for our DBA activities, day-to-day operations, okay? That is the database, okay? This is database. This software where you are going to install, this will support to create this database, okay, and start the instance. If you want to start the instance means your memory plus HGA plus background processes. If you want to start these things, it requires certain kind of software. That is that software we have installed. Okay, that concludes our primary server build. But in real time, you no need to do this. This already existed. This we call it as a production. Okay, production server. So our production server is ready, making ready. It will like next 10 to 5 to 10 minutes, it will be finished. Then we are going to configure the standby. In standby, what we want to do is, this already we have a server. There we have OEL7, okay? Oracle Enterprise Linux 7. Same operating system we need to have. And the same 19C database software we need to install, okay? 19C database software we need to install in the server. Parallelly, we can do that. Now we are going to prepare standby server. Standby server, only database software we are going to install. And whatever the database it is there, no, this we are going to sync with this standby server. That activity we call it as a DR, data guard activity. Okay, disaster recovery plan. So we no need to create database here. It is not required. Then if you are going to create a database, that is a separate database. Single database, two instances. By using this instance and this instance, we are going to connect and manage. If the server is not available, whatever the data we are going to store in this database server, right? By using this server, we can able to access it. That is the high availability plan. High availability means if primary is not available, standby act as a primary. That is the purpose this data guard. This data guard configuration and all, it's very easy. Only thing we need to follow the order and sequence. And also it is like it is not a licensed one. As part of your 19C database software, whatever they are going to purchase, enterprise edition, they will get free of cost this. Okay, they required extra servers. That's it. They can manage these things and high availability. Okay, let it go. Okay, it will take, as of now it's 46. It may take another 5 to 10 minutes. Meanwhile, what we can do is we can prepare the standby server. What we need to do. Okay, let me pause it here. Once it is done, we can go to that thing. Let me pause it here. Okay, database creation completed. And this is rprod is my database name and SID is rprod. This is our primary database. Okay, this concludes our primary server configuration completed. Now we can do our standby server. Okay, primary database server configuration completed. Okay. Now we are going to do as part 2. Okay. Part 2 we are going to do standby build. We'll conclude this video here and then next video we're going to show you part 2 of Oracle 19C database installation thing. Okay. Here it is completed. I just show you the database services up and running or not. Okay. Just like the time zone, whatever it took, the 231 thing. And yes, it is. rprod is up and running. This concludes our, what is this? Primary server. So I'll close this video here and then we can start part 2 in next video for our standby build. Okay, thank you.